Hi there, and welcome to the Coffee with Christine and Goose show. I'm your host, Christine DeGennaro, and I'm joined by my pet duck named Goose. Together, we're here to motivate and inspire you with uplifting daily messages. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get started with your daily dose of love and caffeination. Good morning and welcome to the Coffee with Christine and Goose show. We're so excited to have you here this morning with us on March the 3rd of 2023. We are really excited. So we were brainstorming the other night, and I just want to get this announcement out of the way. We are going to be providing special cameo messages. Cameos are where you give people shout outs, where you do special messages and recordings to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. So Goose and I are going to be doing special cameos. So in the description of this podcast, you'll find a link to place an order for your cameo, your Gooseo. But it's called Goose Approved. So it's all about having fun and spreading love and making sure you guys are hearing exactly what it is you need to hear every single day. So if you want a personalized message from Goose and the crew, go ahead and head to the description in the website, christinede.com/goose-approved. So today, before we really dive on in, as you guys know, I love to pull a tarot card to help us set an intention for the day. So today's podcast is episode number 5, and it is titled My Super Secret Ritual to Loving Your Unique Self Unconditionally. So loving yourself takes a lot of time and takes a lot of practice. So that is something that I have been learning along the way, and I'm excited to share with you. So today's card is the Empress. And for those of you who don't know why we pull tarot cards, at the very beginning of each show, I like to pull a card to give us a different perspective, to give us some different insight on how we can approach the topic of today. So loving yourself unconditionally is very representative of the Empress and fertility and having abundance and being able to grow and to nurture. So the Empress is a female figure who is holding a seed that looks like it's sprouting, and her belly is big and full from being pregnant. So she herself is growing something within. So today is all about growing and nurturing and being complete in your feminine energy. It's the gift of receiving and the gift of life and the gift of nurturing. So for those of you who don't know, tell me what you're sipping. I'm sipping again my Maxwell House with my chocolate caramel sugar-free creamer. It's okay. It works. It's Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate does a pretty good job with stuff. I don't usually do sugar-free, but they didn't have this flavor in regular, so we may do with what we got, and I'm not unhappy with it. So let me know what you guys are sipping down in the comments. I'd love to know. So today we're going to talk a little bit about part of the journey that I've been on when it comes to loving yourself physically for all of who you are. And this doesn't really address the body dysmorphia that a lot of people are experiencing and a lot of people are struggling with. What this has done, what the part of the journey that I've been on has done, is that it has allowed me to view my physical presence as from a different standpoint that I never would have expected. And today I'm going to share that with you, plus the 3 things that I do every single day as part of my super secret ritual. So back in 2018, I had a major physique altering surgery, and it's a surgery that was life-saving, but it left me disfigured. It left me deformed. For those of you who don't know, I had a total mastectomy on my right side. So I only have one, what I love to lovingly refer to as a chesticle. I only have one, and it took a lot. It was actually a very difficult, it was an easy decision to do the surgery to have the mass and everything removed. That in and of itself wasn't a big process. Like I knew immediately, like the whole thing had to go. Now, the other thing is that they left me with one. So I always consider myself kind of lopsided, but I've always been a little weird and wonky to begin with. Now, the thing that a lot of people don't know is that when I went in to have a reconstruction surgical consultation, I went in to see if they can do anything to make me look and feel better about my body when it comes to evening things out and giving me maybe some implants or anything like that, see what the options were. And when the doctor was telling me the type of procedure that I would have to undergo to look good under my shirt, he was showing me some pictures of how of successful surgeries, and there was some muscle tissue that would have to be moved and rearranged. There would be some, I'd get a tummy tuck in the process, which would be kind of cool, but that would leave me just kind of not filled out proportionately anymore. And like, there were just a lot of things. I would look and feel like a patchwork doll, and all in an effort to look good and normal underneath a shirt. And I did not like that idea at all. I would be laid up for over a month. There was a lot of healing. There were a lot of risks involved anytime you undergo a surgery. And it just, to me, I loved myself enough to not do it. To me, it wasn't worth it. And I've always been comfortable enough with my body that, like, I've never sat there and said, oh, I hate this about myself, or I can't believe I'm this overweight, or, I've always loved my body throughout the stages that it's been through. So that's something that I always grew up knowing I was on the heavier side. And I would find myself in patterns of not moving enough. And that's where there was a time where I was drinking, and I really didn't love and trust my body the way I needed it to be loved. So over the years, since 2018, these are the things that I have learned about the body. And then I will share with you the things that I do and try to tick off on a regular basis. So number one, your body is the home of your soul. The most important thing that my surgery has taught me is that my looks don't matter so much. It's not about the way that people look on the outside, but it's the energy that they put off and the energy that they radiate from within. And my own personal surgery, my own physical falling apart has taught me to look at people for their energy and not their overall physical appearance. Now, number two, when you embrace yourself for who you are, one of my most magical moments was embracing my physical self and just owning it. And let me tell you about this time, because I was undergoing radiation. My partner was in the hospital recovering from his own surgery, and I was going for radiation treatments. Now, the machine that they had in our local, the local place that I was getting treated broke down. There was an issue with the machine. There was an issue with the room. So I had to go all the way to the beach, which is about 45 minutes. And I had to do that every single day for multiple weeks. And it was kind of frustrating. But there was one day where I was like, you know what? I'm taking my kid, I'm taking his friend, and we're going to the beach. And the only bathing suit that I had was a 2-piece. And I was like, you know what? We're going to put this on. And I went on the beach with my son and his friend, and I have never felt more comfortable and confident in my body in my entire life by being able to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going through some stuff and I'm just going to own it. I'm here to have fun. And there was nothing more freeing than that moment. And knowing that it doesn't matter how I look, I'm here to be happy. I'm here to be excited. And if people want to sit there and judge me for having one boob and rocking a 2-piece, then you all can do that. And that is more on you than it is on me. And I'm just here to have a good time with my family. And it was just a beautiful moment. And I want you guys, I'm trying to capture that essence for you, that that is something that you can do too. And it doesn't have to take a physical ailment or something life and physically changing to you to happen. So one of the tips that I understood and I implemented was take care of yourself in a way that feels physically best to you. So, one of the things that I've noticed is that there are some people who go to the gym and encourage going to the gym. There are other people who love going to classes. There is a reason why there are so many different types of fitness programs, diet programs, dietary restrictions, dietary physique building tips. There's a reason why there's so many of them. It's because not one program, not one class, not one routine is going to work for every given person. So you have to figure out what is best for you. And, I know for me, exercising doesn't come fun. Like going to the gym and pressing on machines is not fun at all. I would rather go for a walk and exercise without knowing I'm exercising. I would love to do a Zumba class without recognizing that I'm actually exercising. I'm there to have fun. And for me, that has been a game changer as well. If it's not fun, I don't do it, especially when it comes to my physical health and wellness. So your body is the home of your soul. Make sure you're looking at people for their energy. When you embrace yourself, it is the most freeing thing that you're ever going to feel. And take care of yourself in the best physical way that feels good to you. So those are the 3 things that I've learned on this journey. So let me tell you quickly the 3 things that I personally do every single day to know that I'm doing what's best for my body in that given moment. My super secret ritual to loving myself unconditionally is waking up and doing 20 minutes a day of something that feels good, whether it's meditating and taking control over my heart rate or hopping on the exercise bike, going for a walk. We've got a park and we have a beautiful cul-de-sac that I'm able to walk on just about every single day, hopping on a bike or doing a Zumba class. So there are different ways and methods that I personally use to get myself moving. I set a timer for 20 minutes and I just do the thing for 20 minutes. If I want to continue longer, I choose to do that. But if I'm moving for 20 minutes, especially first thing in the morning, I get it done and I get it out of the way. Second thing that I do is I make sure that I am doing at least I'm drinking water. I have at least 2 glasses of water when I first wake up, and that allows me to know that I'm getting enough fluid replenishment throughout the day. Especially if you end up working out, you're out in the yard, drinking water is the best thing you do. I have a 1-gallon jug of water that I try to aim to drink every single day. Now, there are some days where I don't do it, and that's okay. And there are some days where I do that and more. And it balances itself out in the end, but make sure that you drink water as well. Water is one of the best things you can do for your body. So every morning I move for 20 minutes and I drink 2 glasses of water right when I wake up. And the third thing that I do is I try to eat and I try to check off that I've eaten 2 to 3 healthy snacks or meals throughout the day. Now, sometimes that looks like you can have banana and almond milk with breakfast and you just knocked out 2 of your 3 healthy things for the day. And there was a time where I was very heavy into counting calories and keeping track of my food. And I became obsessive with it and it started to encompass everything else that I was doing in my life. And so I've decided that if I at least eat 3 healthy things, move 20 minutes and just make sure I'm drinking some water in the morning and usually throughout the day, but throughout the first thing in the morning, I feel good about what I'm doing for my body, and I can move through this world with confidence, knowing that I'm doing what I need to take care of myself. And those are my super secret rituals to taking care of myself, waking up 20 minutes in the morning, drinking water, and making sure I eat 3 healthy things throughout the day. That is the key to living a physically happy-ish life. Now, there are people who want to go and exercise in the gym. Again, the whole thing is up to you. It's up to what feels good for you. What do you feel good about doing for your body? And by taking charge of how you feel about what you're doing for your body, you start to learn your body even more. And one quick mindset that you can take with you today, that you can take to make the shift, is, did I do everything I can to appreciate all that my body does for me? Do I appreciate everything my body does for me? And if the answer is no, then go out and try doing some of the things that we just talked about. Okay? All right, friends. Hopefully this inspires you to do the same thing. Get up, do something, move around, do something fun, do something that feels good for yourself, and start loving yourself unconditionally. It takes time, and hopefully it doesn't take a major life health event to get you on track. But be bold, be brave, be unique. You are you in all your magnificence. And let's go ahead and team up and show the world that you are a force to be reckoned with. All right, my friends, be sure if you like this podcast, like it, love it, share it, follow us in all the places, send it to your friends who you think can use this as a motivational boost. And again, a friendly reminder, if you would like a personalized message from Mr. Goose and family, we can do that for you. There is a link down in the description. Again, christinede.com/goose-approved. And you can request a special message of your choosing for a price of your choosing, and we will send you all the love, all the support, and all the motivation that you need. So thank you for joining us today on today's daily podcast, and we can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow. See you in the show. Have a great day. Go and live with passion. Thanks for listening.